The grocery store can be a really confusing place if you're trying to eat healthy. Well, today we're going to walk around the store and show you the top 10 most unhealthy things that you want to avoid eating. I'm going to break down exactly why they're so bad for us, but more importantly, I'll show you the better for you healthy swap. Less talking, more shopping. The Great Wall of potato chips. Now let's get this out of the way. Potato chips are not healthy, but some are downright diabolical. But some chips I'll show you in a minute are actually a better for you Bobby approved swap, because I'm never gonna tell you not to eat something unless it has certain ingredients like, let's start with this, Chester Cheetah. I used to love these because I'm a sucker for crunch, and these are just corny, crunchy, delicious things, right? We got Chester Cheetah on there, but the way they really drive home that flavor is why I said it's diabolical. So it's corn, right? But it's enriched corn, which means like they just enriched it with fortified horrible vitamins. But how do they drive home the flavor? Well, look, there's artificial flavors here, but that's not enough. Right after there is monosodium glutamate. That's not enough. We have to drive home the color because we eat with our eyes first. Yellow, number 6. So you just took something that was bad for us, fried, right? And by the way, fried in horrible inflammatory vegetable oil. But they made it addictive for us because they put the monosodium glutamate. That's MSG. And I find it very strange when people say, oh, MSG is not bad for you. Studies have shown it's fine. No, MSG is horrific for us. Its main job is to hijack our taste buds to send a message to the old brain. Ooh, this is good. I want to eat more of it. It's really, really bad news. And we'll find it also in Doritos, right? Now, growing up, I was a fan of the Cool Ranch, right? Leave a comment down below. Regular or Cool Ranch in the blue bag, those were delicious. This is even more diabolical because it has MSG in the middle, but look at the bottom. The last couple ingredients, disodium inosinate, disodium guanylate. That's the cousins, right? The second and third cousins of MSG. So there's not one, there's not two. In the heart of baseball season, there's 3 strikes and you're out of MSG in here. And the artificial colors and the artificial flavors to make us addicted to it and to make the kids see it, want it, and tell mom, please, please give it to me more. So any of these chips that have those ingredients or look fiery are gonna have the artificial colors and usually the MSG. But I wanna give you the better for you swap. And while chips aren't healthy, there are ones that are good and not made with horrific ingredients. And they actually have it here, right? So these are Siete. And they make potato chips and tortilla chips. And no matter what flavor you get, and my favorite one and Rose's favorite one is their nacho cheese one. It's the Doritos swap, and it's delicious. I'll put this one on screen. It's called Boulder Canyon. They make a crispy potato chip cooked in avocado oil that's anti-inflammatory. So then you're getting the better for you chips and you can stay away from those diabolical ingredients. Yogurt is supposed to be healthy, but I swear about like 10 or 15 years ago, something really went wrong in yogurt because it is a gut-friendly fermented product, but somehow it's turned into dessert. Who thought it was a really good idea to take yogurt and put a flip tray on the other side with actual cookies and sugar and stuff like that? That's a little crazy, but when you buy something that looks like it's healthy, blueberry yogurt, I want you to look at the amount of added sugar. This is 1 serving of blueberry yogurt here. That is 18 grams of added cane sugar. 18 grams is exactly 4.5 teaspoons of white cane sugar. How about this? This is a very small, actually I love this. It's in a glass container, very French, which is why it's called oui. But even though it's small, it has a whopping 14 grams of added sugar, which is just under 4 teaspoons in this little tiny thing. Well, that's bad for a couple reasons, because we as Americans, and actually as citizens of the world, we eat too much added sugar. But specifically in yogurt, I find it horrific because this is a fermented dairy product that has billions of living probiotics that are great for our gut. But cane sugar is the opposite. It's horrible for our gut, and it actually kills our healthy gut bacteria, but feeds the bad ones. So it's literally defeating the purpose. So avoid any flavored varieties because they all have sugar. Just get plain yogurt here. I prefer actually Greek style because when you strain yogurt, you intensify the protein. So this serving here has 16 grams of protein, whereas if you get regular unstrained yogurt, it'll have 5 or 6. Protein satiates our hunger. Protein helps us grow strong like bull. So plain, strained, ideally organic yogurt is the way to go. Hey, if you want to add your own maple syrup and fruit, that's fine. That's not going to kill the bacteria in there. But getting these desserts, no go. I'm always amazed by the wall of breads. There's hundreds to choose from here, which is why I've made videos over the years about what to look for in bread. But bread should just be like good quality flour, some water, and that's it basically. But it's not the case if you pick up most bread. So this is an ancient grain, which I love, whole wheat ancient grain breads. Then why is the very first ingredient here unbleached enriched wheat flour? So enriched wheat is what I want you to look out for in bread. It's when they take the whole grain, but then they strip it down to a simple carb and then enrich it with cruddy synthetic vitamins, which you can see right there. They just put it back in. And then see how it has soybean oil in there too? So many of these breads are gonna have soybean oil and other seed oils, which you would never put in bread if you make it either. Artisanal, right? So artisan bread here, made with enriched wheat flour and vegetable oil. They're all gonna have that. And those are signs of low quality bread. And they're also ones that are not gonna satisfy your hunger. I want whole grain bread that has real vitamins and nutrients that satisfy us and has the fiber that satisfies our tummy. So if we come down here, right, I'm always gonna show you the better for you option. There's only one at Walmart here, and it's this one. It's the Dave's Power Seed. The other ones are actually not Bobby approved. This is one, as you can see, is actually made with whole grains, nuts, and seeds. And the 1 gram of added sugar here is from fruit juice, and there's no seed oils. If you're an ALDI shopper, they have a bread called Knock Your Sprouts Off, which is a sprouted grain bread. In fact, I'll put a whole list of Bobby approved breads in the description box, and right here I'm linking to a short I did all about the best breads to buy. It's a great list of awesome, healthy breads for you and I. Quick break from the video to throw some love to the sponsor, which is Seed Probiotic, a longtime supporter of the channel, and my link down below gets you 25% off your first month supply of what I call the best probiotic on the market. Because the truth is, most probiotics, number one, don't work, but the bacteria they use are usually very inferior. See what it says right here? It's 24 strains of bacteria that Seed use, and they work really well. They did a study recently, and people who took Seed had a 4x increase in healthy gut bacteria, and these are people who had digestive issues. It survives your tummy acid to make it to your colon, and it works for poop, bowel movements, skin health, immune health, and more. I take it every single day for years and years and years. If you're in the market, use my link down below. You get 25% off your first month supply and free shipping. Seed is the best in the biz. Could be the biggest wall at the grocery store. Look at this. Starts all the way down there, cereal, and continues here, wall to wall with nothing but junk cereal here. I'm not even gonna look. I'm just gonna grab a random box here. Okay, what did I get here? Yes, Oreo Puffs cereal. Basically summarizes everything wrong in the world today. Someone thought it was a good idea at Post to put Oreo Puffs in here. Okay, so a serving size is 1.5 cups. It has 16 grams of added sugar, which is 4 teaspoons. What kind of sugar is it? It is regular sugar with corn syrup in there too. Look at all these diabolical ingredients here. Soybean oil, more corn syrup, artificial flavoring. To start our day like this is crazy. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And I know that's a really, really bad one. Let's look at something that possibly is healthy here. Okay, Crispix. How bad can crunchy rice and crunchy corn be? It's rice, corn, sugar, contains a little bit of brown rice syrup, 5 grams of added sugar. Not horrific, okay, that's not terrible, but there's a little secret. When you take grains like rice and wheat and whatever, to turn it into a cereal, they really process it down and, oh, you go, we're playing here again. We're playing a game of tango there. They really process it down and it really loses a lot of its nutrition here. And a lot of this stuff is actually geared towards kids. And what I've noticed, they put kid stuff lower than adult stuff here so the kids see it. And when you do the side by side of kids versus adults, the kids version oftentimes has more sugar to make the kids hooked. So I'll give you good brands of cereal in a second, which I don't eat cereal for breakfast. Sometimes I'll have it for dessert. But just swap out the cereal for oats. Quick cooking oats, cook in just a few minutes. And you're getting 4 grams of fiber in there. You're getting 10% of your daily value of iron. Oats are a very good nutrient-dense way to get your breakfast filling. But if you want cereal, I'm gonna put them on screen because I don't have them here. 7 Sundays is great. Full disclosure, I'm a small investor in the company. I love everything they do. Purely Elizabeth is great. Lovebird is great too. I would get one of those, snuggle up on the couch at night. Oh, it's over, but the last episode of Foundation last week on Apple was so good. If you haven't seen it yet, there's 3 seasons to catch up on with a nice bowl of Bobby-approved cereal. Not all juices are created equal, and they actually make it very hard for us to find real juice, which I'll show you in a second, but this is something we kind of grew up with, right? Remember the commercials of Sunny D back in the day? So it has 100% of your daily value of vitamin C, but juice shouldn't have that long of an ingredient list here. And the first ingredient is water, followed by high fructose corn syrup. There's canola oil in here and yellow food coloring. Not ideal at all. And by the way, it has 12 grams of added sugar coming from the high fructose corn syrup. And even though stuff like fruit punch is made with real fruit juice, why is the second ingredient high fructose corn syrup? And why is the juice made from concentrates, which are highly processed and refined? And they didn't put enough high fructose corn syrup in there. There's also sucralose, AKA Splenda. So if you want a juice, just keep it simple, my friends. OJ, actually I think the best tasting one at the grocery store is this Matt's. It really tastes fresh and delicious. And if you're doing something like buying light OJ, please don't. This is one of the things that bothers me the most. How do they make it light? It's watered down OJ, which you can do yourself. Look at this, the first ingredient is water, then OJ. But get this, because it's so weak, they also add stevia, natural flavors, and gel and gum. They're like, wait, if we water down the juice, it's gonna taste like crud. So let's thicken it with gums. Let's add natural orange flavor and a little bit of stevia. It's like, guys, here's my secret recipe for light. You take half a cup of OJ with half a cup of water. Oh my God, who knew? Real juice, stick to it. I love looking at the generic or the off-brand labels of soda here. This is Mountain Lightning. Methinks that it's maybe their take on Mountain Dew, but cheaper, $1.22 for this. So this is a citrus soda here. Oh my gosh. So the sweetener's high fructose corn syrup with 46 grams of added. Leilani's eyes just popped out of her head. 46 grams of added per 12 ounces. That's over 11 teaspoons of high fructose corn syrup per serving with natural flavorings, potassium benzoate, which is a preservative, and yellow number 5. Oh my gosh. I don't know if Mountain Lightning is quite the word for that one here. Okay, let's go to the regular sodas here, because I think at this point, a lot of us know that we probably shouldn't be drinking regular soda, right? Because they have a lot of sugar, maybe not as much as Mountain Lightning. But I would also say, please stay away from conventional diet sodas. Yes, they are sugar-free. See, 0 grams of sugar, but how are they doing that? Well, with artificial sweeteners here. So it says clearly, aspartame. All of these cheap sugar-free drinks and foods use the worst quality artificial sweeteners. Aspartame, sucralose, and ACE-K. Now these are nowhere near natural sweeteners like stevia, monk fruit, allulose. Those are those sweeteners that I use in my Flav City products. They're a little more expensive, but they're natural. They come from real plants. These come from labs. They're completely chemical made, and studies show they're really, really bad. They're addictive, and you want to stay away. So what do we do if we want our soda fix? Well, there are better for you options out there. They're not technically Bobby approved, but when you have Poppies, Blue makes Pop now evidently, ALDI Pop, these are low to no added sugar sodas They all have natural flavors. That's the one problem. So if you pick up a Poppy or any of these, they're all gonna have natural flavors. So I can never give them the stamp of Bobby approved, but they're way, way better for you because they're sweetened with stevia. Things like Poppy have 3 grams of added sugar. Things like Zevia have no added sugar. They're better for you than the fake sweeteners. Now, there are actually 2 sodas on the market that are Bobby approved. One I'll put on screen is called Spindrift Soda. The other one is called Fresh Fizz Soda. Both those you can find at Sprouts. Now, they don't taste as soda-y as these, but they're the only 2 clean ones on the market. Your next better for you option would be the ALDI Pops and the Poppies they have everywhere. Just stay away from the diet sodas that are the brand names because those sweeteners are no good. Salad dressings. Now, raise your hand. Do you make your own salad dressings at home? I do, but I get it. They're convenient to buy, ready to go. The problem is they use the worst quality oils for you and I. They're cheap because they're all about profits over people. Let's grab Zesty Italian. Sounds lovely, right? I can see the oil on the top, the vinegar on the bottom. The oil used is soybean and or canola oil. Ooh, wait for it, look at this. Monosodium glutamate to make you addicted to it. But the soybean or canola oil is in there, and it's in almost all of these. Take a look here. Ooh, if you grew up in the 80s, Thousand Island was a really big thing right there. I used to love Thousand Island here. This is soybean oil, followed by sugar. Let's go for the trifecta here. Garlic basil vinaigrette. Ooh, it is made with extra virgin olive oil. It's the first oil, followed by soybean oil. It's too expensive to use all the extra virgin olive oil. Why are they doing that? Because like I said a second ago, they're cheap. But seed oils like soybean, canola, safflower, sunflower, they're really inflammatory oils. They're highly processed oils. To take a canola seed or a corn kernel and turn it into oil requires a lot of manufacturing and heat and chemicals. You don't want it. So what do you want? Make your own at home, or they have it here. Primal Kitchen is a little more expensive than the regular ones, but they always use avocado oil. And all of their other ingredients are fantastic. Another brand that uses avocado oil with the exact same ingredients is Chosen Foods. Those are the 2 I would get. I like to make my own. I'm gonna put my recipe for Bobby approved ranch in the description box. I put it over a wedge salad. Oh, it is so delicious. Does anybody else get an instant headache when they walk down the laundry detergent aisle? These fragrances really give me a headache because I think I'm sensitive to them, and I think a lot of people are too. And I know this video is about the top 10 worst things you can eat, but I had to throw this one in here because I think it'll help a lot of people. When you look at cleaners here and a lot of personal care products like we talked about on the channel recently, how do they get the smell in there? Like, they all have crazy names like Moonlight Breeze or Hibiscus Hula. Well, if you just turn it around here, it says it in small print at the end there. Fragrances are parfums. This is a really bad ingredient. So you know how we talk about natural flavors being the biggest lie in the grocery store for food? Fragrances and parfums are the biggest lie for household and personal care because they won't tell you what's in there. It's a proprietary ingredient that you can ask and they'll be like, oh, it's made with botanicals or whatever. No, it's gonna be made with 3,000 synthetic ingredients to make it any way they want to smell. But when tested, those ingredients have skin allergens, skin irritants, and hormone disrupting ingredients. And hormone disrupting ingredients like phthalates can really affect fertility and a lot of other things. So do me a favor, if you want to try to change something in your daily routine to make you feel better, try getting unscented, no fragrance, no perfume laundry detergent. Make sure the lotions and the shampoos you're putting on have no fragrances. I'll link to a video we did here 3 weeks ago that was very popular, showing you non-toxic personal care items. But start with your laundry, just fragrance-free laundry. I use at home something called Planet 2X. There's something called Molly Suds. There's something called Branch Basics. All of those will be clean, fragrance-free. There it is, friends, the top 10 most unhealthy foods we can eat at the grocery store, why they're so darn bad for us, but more importantly, the better Bobby for you, the better for you Bobby approved swaps. So make a list, come on to the grocery store and get them all. And do not forget to like, subscribe, share, all those lovely things. But I will see you soon. Until then, hashtag keep on cooking. Mad love from me to you, and peace. Bye.